to break enemies.
Yo, what's up guys? Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Had a Digimon? This is part 6. In the last part, Izuku fought against his teacher, Mitsugame, and found out that he is on a whole other level than Izuku, showing that he is a veteran Digimon tamer, and that even one of his partners, Sylphimon, is on a whole other level than other ultimate level Digimon. Not only that, Izuku and his Digimon seen what happened when they reached Mega level, being Biomerged Digivolution. So, yeah. However, Mitsugame has decided to train Izuku to get stronger. And with all that said, let's get into this, shall we all? As soon Izuku heads back home with his Digimon partners, as his mom is already home, saying, "Welcome home, Izuku, Terriermon, Galmon, Doromon," as they all go through the living room, as they all say hi, as they feel really exhausted and tired. As Inko saying, "Rough day, sweetie, especially on a second day," as Izuku saying, "You could say that, but it's more of a rough after-school activity, if anything." As she begins thinking, after school? Does UA have any clubs? As Izuku saying, "I think I just joined one. More like a teacher forced me to join, if anything." Saying this quietly under his breath so his mom wouldn't hear him. And she's saying, "Okay, sweetie, I hope you still have time to be a hero while doing these clubs, after all." Saying, "You have no idea, Mom." As then he just slumps on his bed, as each one of his Digimon just also lays down on just the floor. Terriermon on his back, Galgarmon just laying on his face down, and Doromon just lying down, as they're all exhausted from what happened. As Izuku thinks, Biomerged Digivolution. It's the only way to reach Mega level for these guys. So I become one with them? As Izuku looks at his 3 Digimon, as he thinks, I wonder what would happen if we became one? Will we be able to understand each other even more? Or will we have one body, think of one mind? I wonder, as he thinks this to himself, as he soon just passes out and falls asleep. Soon, the next day, Izuku heads back to UA as the day begins with soon Aizawa coming into their classroom saying, "All right, everyone, time to settle down and be quiet." As he soon is soon in front of everyone in the class saying, "I looked at your battle training reports, and there's some things you all need to improve on, and some things you all have a pretty good understanding of." As he soon looks at Bakugo, "You got a strong quirk and you're talented. Don't let one loss take you down, got it?" As saying, "Whatever." As he soon looks at Shoto saying, "Todoroki, you need to work more with your teammates. You can't do everything on your own just because you have a powerful quirk, got it?" As Todoroki doesn't say anything but just nods. As he's soon saying, "Okay then, that's it for now. However, there is another thing that you all need to do, and it is important for this class." As everyone begins freaking out saying, "Is it another quirk test? Is one of us going to get expelled for real this time?" As even Mineta begins freaking out, as saying, "You all need to choose a class rep, so get to it." As everyone takes a sigh of relief and saying, "Oh, it's just regular school stuff." As soon everyone begins raising their hands and suggesting themselves to be class rep. As Izuku thinks, that would be pretty good for one of us to be class rep. As soon Terriermon comes out of his Digivice saying, "What's so big about being class rep? You had a class rep back in junior high school. There was nothing glamorous about that job besides being besides being responsible for the class on certain things like school trips and stuff like, and having papers and stuff like that. As he's saying, yeah, that is true back in junior high, but if a class rep here at UA and you get scouted as a pro, then it shows that you are a pretty good, capable leader, team leader, if anything. Hearing that comment, Galmon soon comes out saying, if that's the case, you are worthy for the spot, boss, if anything. As Izuku saying, oh, you're just flattering me, Galmon. And saying, no, seriously, you've led us for almost 3 years. You've trained us and made us stronger. It only makes sense that somebody with your experience of leading Digimon would become a leader of a class, especially a class like this, if anything. As Izuku's saying, well, maybe, but... As then Ida soon comes up saying, everyone please calm down. Just shouting our names and saying that we would be perfect for the job isn't enough. We must vote for each other. I know that many of us barely know each other, but it only seems natural. Don't you all agree? As soon everyone quiets down and thinks, as soon Ojiro soon speaks up saying, I agree with Ida. And then even Momo and also Izuku agrees as well. As then everyone begins writing down on who they want for class rep. As all the votes were tallied up and see on the one who had the most votes being Izuku and second being Momo. As everyone is actually okay with this. Ito was a little bit upset that he didn't get any votes, but he's okay with this circumstances, if anything. However, Bakugo, on the other hand, didn't like that Izuku was class rep and asking who the hell voted for him. With Kaminari and Sero basically saying that why the heck would they vote for him? With Bakugo's explosive personality, he wouldn't really make much of a leader. As Tsuyu says this, as Bakugo gets pissed off at Tsuyu with the comment. Soon, lunch happens with Izuku feeling a little bit nervous that he was chosen as class rep than anything. Hell, he would prefer if maybe Ida or possibly Momo or better class reps. However, Setsuna, who's still set with them, saying, you were class rep, Midoriya? Huh, I was actually hoping to be class rep, but we chose somebody else, being Kendo. As Izuku saying, well, so Kendo's class rep of class 1B? Huh, I can actually see her being the class rep type if I'm thinking about it. Or you, too. Saying, thanks for the compliment. After hearing this, Terriermon, who finished eating his meal, basically says, stop worrying so much, Izuku. You're perfect for the job. Everyone voted for you, so you gotta prove yourself. Like you already proved to us, after all. With soon Doraemon saying, agreed. Come on, Izuku. Show more confidence. Show more backbone. You're a lot more reliable when it comes to battles in situations like this. Is saying, I think that was just more by luck, and you guys were helping me out, so it's only that. As soon Ida's saying, I don't think so, Midoriya. I believe that you're reliable and dependable in certain situations. It's the reason why I voted for you. As Izuku saying, you voted for me, Ida? As then Ochako saying, but Ida, didn't you want to be class rep? I mean, you do look suited for the job. After all, you got the glasses. As everyone hears this comment, with even the Digimon thinking to themselves, suited for the job because of the glasses? With Ida saying, being suited for the job and wanting the job are two completely different things, Uraraka. It's what I've learned from being part of the Ingenium agency. After hearing that comment, Izuku saying, Ingenium? Wait, Ida, are you related to Ingenium in any way? As soon, Galmon, who just stopped eating, saying, Izuku, don't you remember? His family name is Ida, so it only makes sense that he would be related to Ingenium in one way or another. Saying, oh, right, you are right, Galmon. With Ida saying, so you are aware of my family name, Midoriya? Tell me, Ingenium is my older brother, Tensei Ida, and as his younger brother, and the second son of the Ida family, I strive to be just like him. As Izuku saying, strive to be just like them, to live up to a family name. As Izuku thinks to himself as he looks at all three of his Digimon, as he remembers he wants to live up to their expectations of him. He wants to feel worthy of being their partner after all. As then he's saying, I'll do it. I'll prove that I would be worthy as class rep of Class 1A. I swear it. As everyone is shocked to hear this, but they're all actually glad that Izuku is taking up to the challenge. Soon after, alarms began to sound, with everyone kind of worried and freaked out. As Ida asked a student walking by, saying, tell me, what's going on? As he says, this alarm says that a villain has snuck onto campus. That means we have to go. As everyone heard that, begins freaking out, as they all try rushing to the exit of the cafeteria. Soon, Izuku, Ida, Ochako, and Tokage all try to make it to the exits. As soon, Izuku was pushed up against the glass alongside Ida. As there, Izuku looks outside alongside Ida saying, hey Ida, look at the gate. As they realize those aren't villains. That's the media from this morning. They must have snuck it. They must have gotten through the gate. As Izuku's saying, but how, if we need to tell everyone, we need to tell them that there's no villain attack. After hearing this, Ida soon asks Izuku, what about your quirk, Midoriya? Can't you bring out one of your Digimon partners? As Izuku saying, I think I can, but the only person is who would be good enough. As he soon thinks, oh, I got the perfect one. As he soon tries to bring out his phone from his pocket by trying to push a couple people away from him. Then he soon brings out Terriermon. As Terriermon comes out of his Digivice and digital particles and lands on Izuku's head, saying, "What? Yeah, I heard what you needed, Izuku. Just give me a boost." As saying, on it. As he tries his best to enhance Terriermon's speed and saying, got it. As then Terriermon begins feeling a flux of speed through his body, as saying, got it. As then he begins jumping off of everybody's head, heading to the exit of the USJ, then jumps into the air and using his ears to glide onto the small ledge in front of the exit of the cafeteria. After this, he begins taking a deep breath and screams as loud as he can, telling everyone to calm down, that it's not a villain attack, that it's the actual reporters outside. As he says, look at the window and you'll see. As a couple of students that looked outside and actually confirmed it with what Terriermon was saying, yeah, it's no villains, it's just the reporters. As soon, everyone begins calming down and then walking through the cafeteria in an orderly fashion. After this, all that was left was Izuku, Ida, and Terriermon, as saying, so, how was that? As he soon gives off a peace sign right at his partner and his friend, saying, as Izuku saying, reliable as ever, Terriermon. As the two began giving each other a fist bump. And then, as the day goes by, Izuku had one last thing to do after school, meeting with Mitsugame. As he's saying, what took you so long, kid? Saying, class just let out. I had to go down a couple floors and come back out here. Saying, no excuses, kid. No excuses. As saying, now, I'm going to be doing 3 things to improve your strength with your Digimon and so you can have a better connection with the digital world. The first thing is, I'm going to have 2 of my Digimon train your 3 Digimon who are currently in Ultimate level and help one of them, or at least all 3 of them, reach Mega level. The second thing is, those 2 trainee Digimon, you're going to make sure to get them to Rookie level or Champion level, like I said yesterday. And the next one, I'm going to hack into your phone and unlock the more other features of the Digital World app, or possibly find a way to unlock the weapon function so you can bring out digital weapons. and fight alongside your Digimon besides just giving them orders or enhancing their strength or healing their wounds. After hearing all this, Izuku becomes a little bit flustered and surprised about the first, as Izuku saying, okay, I get the first two, but the third one? As saying, yes, I'm going to hack your phone. But don't worry, I'm not going to hack anything other, I'm not going to get your contacts or stuff like that. Or look through your photos, you perverted teenager. As saying, hey, I am nothing like that. As Izuku begins having a flush, his face begins coming red. With both Terriermon, Doromon, and Galmon actually a little bit laughing. Even though they know it's not true, they can't help but actually laugh at this. At their partner's, embarrassment. Soon after getting over his embarrassment, he soon says, but those two training Digimon, I've already made them reach rookie level, and I'm already trying to get them to champion. He's saying, okay then, tell me, what are these Digimon? As he soon brings out, okay, let me show you. As he accesses the app and then scrolls down and sees the two new rookie level Digimon. As he says out, come out guys, time to introduce yourselves. As then they soon one that looks like a dragon and wearing samurai armor, and the other one looking like a puppy. As the one wearing a samurai helmet and being a dragon says, my name is Ryudamon, and I am loyal to my master Izuku Midoriya. As he bows, is then the other one saying, my name's Plotmon, it's a pleasure. As he's saying, so these are your Digimon. These are the new rookies you've been training. Saying, well, yeah, after all, I just got them. Saying, okay, the Ryudamon is something, but seriously, the Plotmon, you gotta be kidding me. Saying, hey, remember, I only focused on these three throughout the past 3 years. I never actually thought about getting other Digimon or training them. Saying, and that's your first mistake, kid. You need to get more Digimon. Train them up more, becoming more powerful. The more Digimon you have, the more assets that you can use in battle against villains. Certain villains, like take for example, there's an aquatic villain, and all your Digimon are not as capable underwater. What if you had an aquatic Digimon that can take him down easily? As Izuku hears this saying, I guess you have a point there. As saying, you can't always rely on the same Digimon over and over again. They may be stronger, but they still have their limits on what they're capable of. After all, as Izuku hears this, saying, I guess you're right, sir. With Ryudamon saying, I understand where you're coming from, but my master is doing the best he can. You can't say that he isn't getting stronger. With Plotmon saying, yeah, Izuku is strong. Izuku's helped us out, even though we haven't been with him as long. I think he's done much. As soon Izuku's saying, thanks guys. With then Terriermon, Doromon, and Galmon coming out, with Terriermon saying, so, we're gonna get stronger or what? With Mitsugame saying, alright, you impatient little brats. Fine then, I'll get you a little bit stronger and see what either one of you can reach mega level before the school sports festival. As he has a devilish grin on his face, as he has his hand up, and then slides left as well, and then the other left. As then two Digimon begin coming out, as they both almost look the same but faces are different. Saying, these are my two Digimon who are going to train you arrogant little brats. Meet Pyodramon and Dino Beamon. And just letting you three know, they're just as powerful as Sylphimon. Just letting you know. As they heard this, they began feeling a little bit terrified at the idea. As Izuku is kind of nervous as well, saying, Midoriya, as for your two rookies, I'll bring out another Digimon and they'll go easy on them. Just for now, at least until they get have enough power to digivolve to at least champion level. Why stop there? Why not ultimate? Saying, because when I train with all you rookies, you're going to be wishing that you never came to the human world and became his partner. As he has a devilish smile, with Pyodramon and Dino Beamon actually having an aura of demonic aura around them, with each and every one of them feeling terrified. Through this training, Rapidmon, Mach Galgramon, and the new ultimate Digivolution of Doramon being Dora Greymon, we're training with the two DNA Digimon, as again they all got their ass kicked brutally, but they did gain some power from facing against them. By working together, they did end up defeating some Pyodramon and Dino Beamon, but only if they worked together to defeat one, while the other one ended up kicking all their asses. They do gain experience and getting stronger from this, but it does hurt them a lot doing so. As for Ryudamon and Plotmon, they also get a little bit stronger by fighting against one champion level Digimon. And Mitsugame has them as a sparring partner, being Kawagamon. Mostly just for the fun of it, actually. As for Izuku and, Mitsugame, again, he is trying to hack into the app to allow Izuku to have more of an access to the digital world, and possibly find a way for him to get his own Digivice. However, Mitsugame already knows that's not going to happen, as he has to earn his Digivice, not just be given to him as well. As soon as Izuku's saying, so you're also good at hacking as well? As Mitsugame saying, it's only because I'm good at manipulating data, and that's it. Manipulating data such as going through phones, computers, stuff like that isn't as hard. But if I'm going to be honest, I personally have to thank the digital world for giving me this ability to hack into things by manipulating certain devices' data and getting certain information, or manipulating that information as well, and security functions by using my own Digimon as attack programs. After all, as Izuku's saying, wow, I haven't even done anything like that. Saying, because you're still a newbie, kid. As Izuku's saying, well, I know, but give it enough time, and you being here at UA, you'll learn this stuff. And with me being here as well. As Izuku's saying, thank you, sir. As all the Digimon began getting a little bit stronger and stronger. As for Ryudamon and Plotmon, they do end up reaching their, champion levels pretty fast, actually, in just one day, which surprises actually Izuku, which it takes him at least a week if he wanted to make them reach their champion levels pretty faster. As soon Mitsugame saying, it's because of this little baby. As a digital material object begins to materialize in his hand, as it looks like a flash drive, saying, it's called a tactical USB. Without your Digimon or even you knowing, I stuck this onto your two rookies without you all noticing. And their experience begins getting a lot more higher. Heck, give it at least tomorrow and they'll probably reach Ultimate in no time. Surprised at this, Izuku saying, Mr. Mitsugame, as Mitsugame saying, don't be mistaken by my actions, Midoriya. I'm only doing this because we need more tamers like you out here in the human world. There are some tamers who use Digimon to do their dirty work, and while they reap the reward, using their partners and friends as nothing but tools. And don't be so shocked about this. Just because you haven't seen them doesn't mean it would be real. As Izuku hears the saying, I guess you're right. But even so, maybe we can convince them. Don't be so sure. Not all tamers can be convinced that what they're doing is wrong especially what they're doing to their Digimon. Some of their Digimon actually allow this, or are actually okay with this, because they're tired of seeing their partners suffer in a society like this that values quirks, celebrities, and heroes over anything else in this world. As soon Izuku's saying, I guess you're right. I understand. So, now that you get it, time for you to digivolve your two new partners. As Izuku's saying, right. Guys, you ready? As Ryudomon saying, always, master. As Plotmon saying, ready as I'll ever be. As he soon looks at both Ryudomon and Plotmon, as he sees that their champion levels have been unlocked. As there, Izuku says, Ryudomon, time to digivolve. You too, Plotmon. As then he presses on Ryudomon, then Plotmon's champion forms. As there, they begin to be engulfed into somewhat of spears, with Ryudomon's being that of being orange, and Plotmon's being that of somewhat of a darkish purple. As Izuku saying, whoa, with Ryudomon screaming out, Ryudomon, digivolve to Jin Ryumon! As his appearance takes that of form of a dragon. As soon, Plotmon saying, Plotmon, digivolve to, as she turns into Black Gatomon! As then, Izuku saying, wait, Black Gatomon? I thought for sure that she would digivolve into Gatomon. With Mitsugami saying, well that's surprising. Most people don't even get Black Gatomon. Or if they do, it's mostly due to them having there's somewhat of a dark presence within their partner. It's saying, wait, are you saying? I'm just kidding with you, Midoriya, but seriously, I didn't expect this of all things. As soon Jin Ryumon lands onto the ground, standing up, as he stands up with his hands in the air, saying, Master, is my champion level form satisfactory to your liking? As soon Black Gatomon saying, well, I think I can handle this. What do you think, Izuku? And she smiles at her partner, with Izuku saying, you guys are looking awesome, just like the others are. As he soon looks at his other three partners, who are all basically on the ground in pain. As soon he's saying, oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot about you guys. As Rapidmon saying, thanks a lot, partner. As soon the day ends. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to hear them. Also, hope you guys enjoy both Ryumon and Black Gatomon actually being Izuku's next Digimon partners, as he'll get other Digimon in the near future, which I'll probably put in a poll in the future on what Digimons he should have. So yeah, any rate, hope you please like and subscribe, and also check out my Discord and my gaming channel. To my Discord, you guys can chat and also suggest what is to me if you feel like it. Also, if you check out my gaming channel, I'll be playing a couple of video games, having a little fun, and just relaxing. So, with all that said, this is Mooky, signing out. Later.